So all the lens they made. So all the lens they made are all the lens they made. All the lens from Zunos they made it for Leica M mount. All the lens from Zunos. All the product from Zunos they make it into. So the lens mount. So the lens mount are. So the lens mount is Leica M mount. Then. So the native mount of. So the native mount of this. So the native mount of. So the native mount of these really cool product are. So all the. So the native mount is Leica M mount. It's pretty easy to. All the mount are Leica M mount because the flange distance is kind of long, so you can pretty much adapt it to all kinds of mirrorless camera on the market. You just need to buy some kind of adapter. Yeah, then you can use this cool toys. Yep. So right now they only have. So right now they only have. So right now they only have a pretty wide angle lens, but in the future. So right now they only have wide angle lens, but in the future they look. So right now they only have wide angle lens, but in the future they said they are making 50 millimeter and 90 millimeter lens. No, not lens. Product. But before you buy these cool dreamy But before you buy these, you gotta make sure. But before you buy. But these lens. But these product also have some kind of drawback. So if you want these crazy dreamy effects, you also have some drawback. If you want to have some creamy dreamy effect, you also got to sacrifice some quality. To create these kind of dreamy, creamy look, all these lenses are aperture. All the lens right now, we have the specs, and all the lens they made, we have the specs. So from Zuno 1, Zuno 2, and Zuno 2 different version, the aperture number is crazy small. 128 for Zuno's 1. This is crazy small. Like pinhole camera is 128, f32, f57, f32, f16, f22. These are crazy small aperture. So maybe you gotta use flashlight, you gotta use strobe, you gotta use it in very bright sunlight under. So maybe you gotta use it. So you gotta use these lenses in studio with. So you gotta use these. So you gotta use these product in studio with strobe or under really bright sunlight, or use super slow shutter speed. Yeah. Or if you don't care about image quality, you can just bump up your ISO to like few million. Or maybe you can bump, or maybe you gotta bump up your ISO to few, like several millions. Or you gotta bump up your ISO to maximum, or maybe you gotta bump up your ISO to maximum. Or maybe you gotta bump up your ISO to millions. Yep. So it's a pretty cool product. So it's a pretty cool product. Pretty cool. So it's a pretty cool product, and yep. Yeah, it's a pretty cool product, and maybe. Who knows, too? Oh, also you. Oh, also you don't even need to autofocus. Also, you gotta. Oh, also there's no any focus ring because you don't even need to focus because of the because of the really small aperture. You don't even need to focus. Oh no. Oh, there's no any manual focus on here. There's no any manual focus on here because basically everything are in focus from the closest. Oh, there are no any manual focus on here because basically everything are in focus from the nearest to the infinity. Everything are in focus. So pretty cool. You just gotta capture the moment. You don't need to care about focus. There's no any focusing point.